Hey YouTubers, it's John OS bringing you another video. As you can see here, this is the second part to The Division. I thought I'd share this with you guys as I did part 1. I thought I'd do 2 parts, maybe even 3. But the third part will probably just be having a little bit of laugh with some of my friends on The Division. As you can see, I've left it exactly from where we were before, and we've just come out and I'm going on to the very first mission. As you can see on the map, there's an arrow pointing in orange. I was just testing how to do the different things, like such as leaping over cover and pinning to cover. So I'm just looking and I've discovered something. So just coming over here, I wondered if you could actually physically talk to certain people, because there are actually people around you that do need help, and you can give them food supplies, you can give them the drink supplies as well. It did say something about giving her a supply or speaking to her, but she seemed to just run off, so I thought, okay, let's just leave that one. So I'm just running up now to my first objective. As you can see as well on the actual screen, you can see an orange line, and this also points you in the direction to obviously your first objective. And these triangular ones are like they are like the secondary objectives, and then you've got the main missions as well, which you'll be seeing one of the main missions on here as well. I'm just looking here, it does say roll. I kept pressing X, I don't know why, which my right thumbstick I changed in the settings to make my roll.
Morning.
As I do use this a lot of the times for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for doing the jumping. So I'm coming up to my first objective, as you can see, so I'm just being very careful, trying to get close to these enemies. And I just wondered, could you go through doors, you know, just checking all the different things out, because it being obviously the first time I've ever played this, I wanted to check all my options, make sure I know exactly how I'm going to attack these people and basically what I need to do. So I wondered, could you go inside buildings? You can't. So then I pinned myself towards this car, just looking now for different routes that I could take. So I'm just getting a bit closer to these guys. What I've also noticed as well is if you point to a cover and it has X, if you hold the X button in, you'll actually auto dash to that cover. If you've ever played a game such as The Last of Us, you'll know what I mean, because you can do that in The Last of Us. It does give me kind of the feel of like a multiplayer version of The Last of Us, the way you can craft stuff, the way you shoot. Obviously there's an RPG element to this, because there's different items of gear you can put on to obviously upgrade your character's health and skill, and obviously the amount of damage you can take. So I'm just looking now, I'm very close to the enemies, as you can see, so I wondered if I took out the main leader, would that disperse the rest of them, or would I have to kill them all? So I'm just looking for where the leader is, which as you can see is there, the triangle move, the diamond shape moving in the background. So I'm just looking where I could move to next. I decided to make a quick dash, as you can see, to these tires, and the enemies didn't see me. There's a guy up there on top of the vehicle, as you can see. So I'm just waiting now for this guy. As you can see there's a white line. That's actually showing you where you could actually hop over and run towards the car. It's basically telling you what you will do if you were to run to cover. I did aim, but I thought no, I didn't feel confident enough to take him out there and then. So I thought I'll wait for him to come a bit closer. And perfect opportunity, stood still. So there we go. Start shooting, take him out. As you can see, they've got a lot of health because you've got the armor and that. As you can see, that red circle there, that was a like smoke bomb that they deployed. It's disorientated, made my screen go a bit blurred. So I've moved back off. I've killed the main leader, so I've completed the objective. So I'm just going to take these guys on. Another grenade, as you can see, the red circle indicates the area where the grenade is going. And as you can see in the background, you can see like a grenade above the guy's head. This indicates that he's going to be the one throwing grenades. he's going to throw one as well. I thought if I could take him out quick, that would take the grenade in his hand and make him drop it. So as you can see, I'm effectively using cover, making sure that I didn't get too close. And as you can see as well, there's a lot of recoil. So if you are going to shoot these guys from a distance, if you haven't got any attachments on, make sure you burst fire them. Because if you do just go fully auto, it does make it recoil pretty bad. Just checking, could you actually collect stuff from their bodies? But you can't, like scavenge. So I'll double check, make sure that I check everybody. And then I saw this box in the corner here, as you can see, you can open it. And I got some mechanical gloves. So for yeah, I'll definitely take this item. Checking that there was no else I can physically open. And now I'm going to check out these mechanical gloves, because like I said, with all this gear you can improve it to make it better, give you better stats, obviously being a role-playing game. So I'm looking at the ones that are not equipped. As you can see, it improves the primary and the skill power, but it does drop my health a little bit. So I thought I'd try it out, put it on. Because obviously the more skilled you are, the more better. I'm just checking out the clothes now, because you can get different clothes that you can equip and de-equip. And there's just one other thing I could see at the bottom, which is the clip. As I've gone to it now, and you can actually change the color of your weapons, which is really cool idea. And it's just explaining here, because I didn't know how to do it straight away. So you're actually supposed to go into the weapon, and then you press square, you can modify it from there. At first I wasn't too sure, so I was pressing square thinking, well, I can't do it. And I was just checking out some of the other items. And the armor for the rucksack. And I thought, go back to the weapon. If I select a weapon, will that do it? Because I knew it was something to do with the weapon. So at this point I saw the item up there, and there you go, solid red. So I changed it to the red colour. So we've got a nice, beautiful red gun now. So I'm just going back to the map now, just to check out my next destination. And then I found this one, and there's a couple of friends, as you can see in orange, so it actually displays on the map where your friends are, and you can actually physically join onto them.
We don't have numbers and they don't seem to have a leader, but the JTF is stretched thin. This has to be our first priority, Agent. Get our base back and we'll go from there.
So, as you heard, Madison Square Garden is my next objective. That's one of the main missions that you'll do during the beta. So I'm just on my way there now. Luckily, when you do sort of get all your mission objectives, when you do this first mission, you do get the option to fast track to places, which is good, because obviously you don't want to be doing a lot of running. It is good to run sometimes, because obviously there are different cases around you can go and collect different weapons and clothing from. So it's always worth to do a bit of running, obviously being that type of role-playing game. But I didn't just want to do that at the moment. Just obviously showing you guys some of the stuff we can do. Maybe we'll complete some of these missions if I do a third part to this. And then I came up to these two people. He looked a bit like he was being a bit aggressive to this woman, so I thought I'd stand here, and he walked off. I was like, yeah buddy, you move. So just following the objective, doing a bit of a roll. If you run to object, hold circle in, you can do that and scoot over them. A bit of a drunk. And then it said there was a side mission available. I was like, yeah buddy, who are you talking to? So I thought I'd have a look at this. And I've discovered a new area, the Pennsylvania Plaza. Just wondered if you could do up with that, which you can't. So I thought I'd come up here, because there is an objective up here. I thought I might try and do this objective while I'm at it. I'm just running around the corner. Couldn't see anything down here, but then I did notice something as I turned around, and I heard this voice. And as you can see, there's these guys, and they're holding a guy hostage. And he looked pretty scared. So I thought, why not help these guys out? So I'm just going to take these guys down. As you can see, it's good to use your cover to be effective. I kind of wasn't using that at this point. And you just got to watch your health, because you should really duck and then just pop over, take a couple of shots, back down again. Always use cover in this game, because you will get killed. If you just stand out in the open and try and do a blatant gunfight, you are going to die. So always make sure you do use your cover effectively. And I've left me something. So I've got a corrections holster and another item, didn't quite get to see that. And I thought, can you loot from these guys, which you can't. I got some new clothing. I did go to talk to the guy, but he just didn't seem to be the talkative type. But I saved him anyway. That's all I needed to do. And on with the objective. So I want to go back to do the side objective. And I thought I'd check out some of the gear. I knew I got something new. Got a new pouch, as you can see. And as I highlight it, you can see the skill power does go down, but it does improve the primary DPS and the health. So it's just the electronics that's gone a bit lower. That's one of the really cool things about this game, is obviously the RPG element, being able to improve your character, improve the stats and certain things to obviously make it better.
Empowered and authorized by Executive Order and DHS Directive 51.
Whoever you are, we're under an all-out assault. I'm not sure how much help you... screw it, we'll take anything you can give us. How are you on my comms?
We've got your back. Just try not to shoot at anyone who's trying to help you. Over.
Okay, so once I heard this, I thought, oh, to hell with it. Let's go do the main mission. This is the main mission, so I thought I'd go down there and give him the hand. As this is the primary one, obviously, for moving on the story, so I decided to abandon doing the side mission and go straight for the main.
Alert. Patching into local GTF radio channels.
Unit 43, be advised, you have incoming division agents as backup to your location.
So I'm just on my way now. And as you can see, so I'm just getting a bit closer, give him a hand here. I'm just going to run from cover to cover. As you can see, these enemies here near the steps, so I'll start taking some of them out. As you notice, there's certain enemies that have yellow health. These have better armor than others. So just being very cautious, as you can see, using my cover effectively, taking a couple of shots, getting back down again, taking a few more shots, get back down again. Because as you can see, if you physically hide a moment, when you take a couple of hits, your health will replenish to full. If it goes and completes one of the bars and it empties, then it won't refill. You'll have to use a med pack in order to replenish your health. And I can see that guy just about to throw a grenade, so I thought I'd take him out quick. And then I tried to quickly get over the top, which I did. There's another grenade guy. So I'm just going to get a bit closer because I didn't want to hit any friendlies. As you can see, there were friendlies in the way. And there you go. So I took out that guy and grenade dropped near them, affecting them. And I waited for that guy to run across because he was running straight across my shots. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. This is the final part we're coming up to. I just thought I'd share it with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And this is John ONS signing out, guys. And as always, I salute you.